welcome on back to Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay, and a flight of pigeons sing thee to thy rest.
For the final time, I am Tori Boatboy Thompson.
My name is Tyler. The sun finally sets on my podcasting empire, but if you say my name into a microphone 3 times, I will appear in your house and eat your string cheese. Matheson.
That's a shitty cryptid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, as long as that's the only thing you do is eat the string cheese.
I kind of hang out for too long.
I guess if you don't have string cheese, do you kill?
Well, any dairy products they might have in their house. I'm kind of like
a lot of dairy.
You know when you're kind of hanging out with someone that you're not really that great of friends with, and it's just kind of reaching like a natural tipping point of like, you're like, they should really go home, and I'm just kind of lingering. And then the person whose house I'm at, they're like, well, you know, I got an early day tomorrow, and I'm like, yeah, me too. One more thing, actually. And then I talk at them for another 25 minutes.
Yeah, that sucks.
And then I say, oh, I'm really hungry. I could go get some food right now. And then I kind of pressure them into getting food with me afterwards.
That's terrible. You're the worst.
Yeah, it's a really
sucks.
bad cryptid. Hey, I got something to complain about again this week.
Okay, great. Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Why
Wonderful.
not?
I've never felt more territorial in my entire life. I feel like I know what like a lion or like a bear or like some kind of like very territorial animal feels like when someone else encroaches on their space, because I feel like I should be able to put this man to death because some dude mowed my lawn. Just
whoa.
Like,
whoa
there, buddy.
Hold on a second. This wasn't a boy. You didn't get a boy to do this. You
I didn't
give
get a boy. This
a
was
little
a
bit
grown
of green to cash. I mean, you weren't giving him marijuana.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. There was no under the table deal. There was no like nothing.
No agreed upon like
Wait.
you do it this week, I do it on off weeks. Okay.
Yeah. Was this just a quote unquote act of kindness from a neighbor?
This is an act of warfare.
That's war, not kindness.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting
This
at.
is a hostile. This is an attack on my freedoms.
The comparison here is if someone is a good neighbor and like plows your driveway for you, but no one enjoys plowing the driveway. Many people enjoy mowing the lawn.
That's Papa's time.
There's a fundamental difference here.
That's Papa's time. That's Papa's time to put on some house music and go about my day and about my business.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of components to the mowing the lawn. One, it gives you an alpha status among your community for sure. They see you out mowing the lawn and they're like, oh, fuck, look at that man.
That tank top is 2 sizes too small.
Exactly. Like, whoa, his top is muffiny. Anyway. And it's 2, great exercise. It is the dad routine. It's how you gotta burn those calories and get your fitness going. 3, it gives you something to just get away from the damn wife. Am I right, fellas?
Am I right, fellas?
You crack a couple cold ones. You are listening to Garth Brooks and you are making love to that lawn. Metaphorically.
Me and Steely Dan are absolutely fucking the Kentucky bluegrass in my backyard, okay? Like,
yeah,
this is not...
no DIY projects at home today, wife. Sorry, me and ZZ Top are out giving it a nice crisscross pattern.
Because every girl's crazy about a sharp dress. Spinning the wheel.
Yeah, I'm just like I set the wheel, like I set the blade height to the precise amount that I wanted. You know, I'm giving it like just a little bit off the top. Here's what's so fucking frustrating about it though, is that
did they do a good job?
I had literally just done it. Like it was not even a little bit long. Here's what I think happened. I mowed my elderly neighbor's lawn, And I think he saw that and he was like, you think you're taking the top step, huh? You think
Yeah. That's 100% what happened.
You think you can take this city block from me? Where I've kind of established myself as the neighborhood leader here, okay? I'm the top dog. And he saw that, and he was a little pussy, and he mowed my lawn as a bitch-made move to start, at this point, what could escalate into nuclear warfare.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there's two ways about it, right? The much more likely way is the one you're talking about, right? There's a very, very small chance that we have to entertain where your neighbor is just racked with guilt that he saw you perform this act of kindness and went, oh, fuck, I got to perform an act of kindness now, too. Oh,
Absolutely
God, oh,
not.
fuck.
Absolutely
no,
not.
So
it was an alpha
unlikely.
rage because Tyler lawn cooked him.
He was
Tyler fired the first bullet. Nobody wants war, but if you start one, look, you're going to good and goddamn get one.
Mm-hmm. Lawn cucked by my younger neighbor.
Here's my strategy, okay? I had this entire elaborate plan made out where it's like, oh, why don't you let me return the favor, huh? And then I mow his lawn. And I'd say, oh, no, it's fine. You did this for me. I'm happy to return the favor. And then we were eventually going to meet each other on the field of battle where one of us would die valiantly and one of us would live on and take the other's wife. And that's just how it goes. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
That's just
She a
living.
Gilf? She a Gilf, T? The wife?
I have no idea. But here's what fucking blows. This motherfucker engaged in guerrilla warfare with me. He mowed my lawn. 2 days later, there's a fucking for sale sign outside of his house.
Yo.
He mowed my lawn and dipped.
Ah.
I can never get
that's
back.
so rude.
I can never get back.
That-
It bugs me. It sits in my head wrong. I lie awake at night not knowing what to do.
That is the most insane, diabolical, like Cold War era psyop shit I've ever heard in my life.
That man is absolutely my hero, Tyler. I love you, man, but like you got fucked. He won.
You got outcalculated. This man fucked you up.
It's such a bold move that I have to respect it, right? Like,
Because just
you salute the U-Haul as it drives away.
you knew, like, he was aware that if you wanted to, you could have won that war. All it took was one tennis ball on the stairs, right? But you didn't do that. You played by the rules, and he thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to go Viet Cong on his ass.
I was following all of the UN's, all of the rules of engaging in war.
Of course.
And this
Sure.
man said, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I've already got my broker, my agent, and everything.
Yeah.
How about I go off on this just one last wild ride and I mow? Because he didn't just mow my lawn. He mowed everyone's lawn.
This
He
is
went
what, okay,
all
this
the
is
way down
the,
the
he
block.
did, this is his Kobayashi Maru, right? He won the game by changing the rules. An elderly man's never going to win a fair fight in a neighborhood full of young bucks. But you know what? You could leave. Cuck them and get.
Is the mantle now passed to me? Do I have to? Am I Batman now? Like what?
This is not the Santa Claus, Tyler. You did not become Chris.
Okay, but can we confirm that?
Who becomes the neighborhood Kris Kringle then? How do we determine this?
Who else is going to do it? Because Tyler has already proven that he will mow other people's lawns, but just one. This guy was like, all right, well, if I'm leaving this neighborhood and leaving the mantle to Tyler, well, I'm going to fuck up his entire life and mow everybody's lawn so that they think that when the mantle gets passed to Tyler, he'll do the same, which he unabashedly will not.
Will not. And I think you shouldn't. I think you need to somehow screw this man over because what he did is get more money for his house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He just made your neighborhood look much nicer than it actually is,
Holy
just so he
shit.
could get more money on the house.
That's
He's
like
playing
900
4D chess
IQ.
right
I
now.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah. He
It's
just made the
it's a
neighborhood
good move.
street look nicer. He also waited until, because they cut down the trees on the boulevard, he waited until they replanted trees to list the house so it would look nicer.
Oh my God.
Genius.
Yeah, this man is absolutely working based on like the market price of his house.
Holy shit. I thought we were just working with a grill dad, not a fucking CIA operative.
No, this man is intelligent. He knows what he was doing because here's the thing is that in the winter, I think I got him running scared. Because in the winter, I take the entire sidewalk down the block. That's my territory. This is my turf, buddy. You're on your side. I'm on my side, okay? This is my side of the street. You stay on your side. I shovel this side. But I did potentially shoot the first shot now that I think about it, because I did I did shovel his elderly neighbor's sidewalk. And he was probably like, that was my elderly neighbor that I can feel good about doing a task for.
Like I said, no one likes doing that task though, so it's a bit different, but at the same time, the shot was fired.
No one likes doing it, but it's the pride of it, you know? It's so you can sit back in your house and be like, everyone else is a lazy piece of shit, except for me. I'm doing something. I'm changing hearts and minds, okay?
So you really just want to be seen by your neighbors doing it.
Me? No, I want to bitch about my other neighbors being lazy. I want to be like, oh, those damn millennials across the street. They can't be bothered to do anything.
So are you just going to make your residence the most pristine on the neighborhood?
Now I
instead of
have
trying
to.
list-
I've got to go so hard on
instead of
Christmas
trying to-
lights, Halloween decorations, fuck it, Thanksgiving decorations. I've got to go so fucking hard now.
So your mentality is less of a rising tide raises all ships and more of more tide for me.
Yeah, why do you think I'm stopping the podcast? I simply won't have enough time.
It's true.
All of your time is going to go into landscaping now.
I'm going to be like the most active member of this community, church bake sales, fucking local youth soccer programs, donating
wild
juice
right-hand
boxes.
turn.
All
Hey, do you
want
to buy any Girl Scout cookies? All of them. I'll take everything you got.
What's your stock like?
Here's a 20% tip.
This one is, hey, just so you guys know, I think girls can do anything in this world. Here's $100 for each of you. Go buy a business suit and get a job at a top law firm, because you can do it. I am fully focused now on crafting my entire life around being the most active member of this fucking community, so that when I die, I can die with a smile on my face knowing that I outcompeted everyone. I fought for the title of survivor, and I did it all just to make myself feel good. I didn't give a fuck about anyone else.
Usually when people have a drive to like give back to their community, it's out of a sense of pride and
That's bullshit. It's all
lifting up
selfish.
everybody else.
No, it's all selfish.
Yours is the most like vindictive and spiteful.
All of it is selfish. Everyone does it for selfish reasons.
Everyone is doing it to be selfish. I'm just being honest about it. I want to be the house where, oh, Tyler's done so much. When we make brownies, we're going to make an extra pan just for him. I want those brownies.
Yeah. If you like fell down and broke your leg, you're going to want a lot of sort of quiches and various baked goods being delivered to your door.
Oh,
Of course.
100%. 100%. I want
You know,
everyone's
if you work it right,
cooking.
you'll never have to cook a meal in your life.
Mm.
There's an angle.
Here's the thing, though. If that happens to someone else in your neighborhood, you're going to have to cook them something real good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There is kind of a competition, because when my girlfriend broke her back and collarbone, people were like giving us food to like, oh, here, we made some food for you so you don't have to like focus so much on cooking. And there is an unwritten, like, unspoken, like, so how was the food that we gave you? They're competing with each other. Everyone wants to be the one who made the best food.
You know, God, that sucks.
And none of
and
them
Tyler,
won.
yours is like you have to step up because then it could be like, oh, I'm so glad you like the lasagna. Yeah, no, the noodles are homemade. Yep. Oh no, the sauce is my grandma's recipe.
Oh, homemade pasta.
Ooh.
That's that's diabolical. That's white phosphorus right there.
Yeah.
That's outlawed by the UN.
That is
dude.
absolutely
Homemade
outlawed.
pasta?
You make homemade pasta. That's because that's essentially like you're looking at the like ring finger of everyone in the neighborhood being like, did he get you a big enough rock? Like that's what you're doing by making homemade pasta.
Yep.
That's fucking evil.
I also had a thought. Were all of the meals that you got when your girlfriend's back broke, were they like back broken friendly? Because I'm imagining like a really involved
Ribs.
meal.
Yeah.
Like ribs or wings or something, where there's like a lot of locomotion involved in the meal, and someone completely missing the point of like giving a gift like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was real sloppy, real messy. What I had to do was actually I had to hold the ribs in front of her mouth and kind of spin it like it was a Looney Tunes kind of thing, and she just chawed
You just got
on it
one of
with
those
her-
neck harmonica things, and she could just sort of
It's a feedback.
give a little shimmy.
Yeah, I'm just,
Just an oat bag strapped to her mouth.
then she can't do anything. Like if my hands get messy, like touching her wings, I just wipe it on her shirt. Like ew,
Yeah.
disgusting. I don't want my hands to be sticky. That's gross.
Ew.
Ugh.
Ew.
Gross.
Well, it's about that time. Swing! Hello and welcome to Sword Watch, our dedicated
Oh,
deviant
shit.
detail. Oh, wow. This is a final
Dedicated
time.
diving detail.
Dedicated deviant detail devoted to bring awareness to the dangers of life without swords. Melvindale police called after roommate draws sword in dispute over bathroom smell.
Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
That's
what that
fair.
segment was made for, dude.
I would also like to point out, it's fucking over for you if you live in a town called Melvindale. That's
Yeah, that's
the
a
most
rough one.
loser
Middle
ass.
America town I've ever
That's the most
heard.
loser ass town. I bet there's no laser tag in that town.
That's the made up town name for like a coming of age movie.
Mm-hmm. And like the main attractions of Melvindaleville or whatever the hell is like, oh, we've got a microbrewery and like a shopping center.
Not even.
The shopping mall actually closed a few years back, so now we don't have any shopping malls. But we have the church.
If
and
you're looking for a gourmet meal, though, we do have one of the finest Italian dining establishments in all the nation. You might have heard of it. It's called Olive Garden.
I feel like that's an unincorporated town. They gotta just be like, best eats in town, head on down to Bernie's. All right. They got
eggs.
Okay, but
and,
unironically, small town grills kind of go fucking crazy.
yeah, they do, actually.
they certainly can. Or you can get Bernie's, who is like, let's see, we make 2 eggs over toast, 3 eggs over toast, scrambled eggs over toast. We got
On
omelets.
Sunday nights, we got Salisbury steak.
And fish fries on Friday. Melvindale police were called to an unusual domestic dispute between roommates that involved one drawing a sword over bathroom etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Completely
Again, they use the word unusual, but I think this is a perfect microcosm of the optimal time to draw a sword.
Mm-hmm.
It's only unusual in the fact of more of us should be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the dispute itself, very common. It's just, like, does it always escalate to swords? Not that the cops find out.
True.
On June 10th, officers responded to a call in the 1700 block of Henry Street when a 26-year-old woman called 911 to report her roommate of 5 months refused to leave after not paying rent. When officers arrived, the woman had left, The roommate, a 28-year-old man, said his roommate was upset with him because he used the bathroom earlier, causing it to, quote unquote, stink. My guy. Putting the quotes over stink, like,
brother,
what'd you do in there?
my brother in Christ. You did not go in there and like make a number 2. You went in there and fed the toilet. So let's call a spade here, all right, pal?
You did not go to the bathroom as much as you annihilated a room in the house.
Yeah.
I should also say this one was sent in by Propin. So Propin's got a keen eye for what makes Swordwatch tick, which is poopy and swords. The man stated that the female went to the basement, retrieved a sword, and threatened to cut the door handle off of his bedroom, police said in a report. The man claimed that while on the phone with his mother, the woman heard his mother tell him to call the police, and she called 911 before he could. Bro, you shat so hard you called your mommy? What the What did you do in there?
How sweaty were you?
I know that was one where he kind of like after like elbows dug into the knees for a little bit, he took off the shirt and like put it in front of him and was like,
both legs were asleep from the hip down.
I was going to ask if this gentleman was shirted or unshirted at the time of the incident due to the fact that it was a large shit.
you know, when he got up, his elbows were just red. Like they were just.
The 2 circular spots right above the knee.
Oh yeah, he had been
He's
in
like,
there.
I've watched all of TikTok. Every one of them.
It looped over again.
Police say the man said he's in the process of now moving out. So this man drops a bomb, right?
Yeah.
It's so bad that I want to say this is maybe our first ever female sword watch. Like, it was so bad. Like,
Stay winning, girls.
when you imagine someone committing a sword crime, let's be honest, 99.99999% of the time you're like, that's a dude 100% that owns like that even owns a sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that this poor woman was subjected to your awful farts in such a way that she had to go get a blade from the basement is immediate jail for this man.
Is this also the first sword watch where the claim of self-defense is legitimate?
It might.
The shit and the stinky were so bad she had to defend herself by grabbing a katana off the wall.
Well, the problem is that I'm always on the side of the sword wielder.
That's true. But like, get it? Imagine you have to be in the mindset of a person who walks in to like go wash their face or something and goes, I need to arm myself. That's a pretty unfathomable event.
Honestly, you paint a very, very descriptive picture with that analysis there. And I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Even. The immediate reaction of, I need to get a weapon that tells you everything. There wasn't even a check-in first. There's no indication that this was a conversation that's been had before. You can probably tell it's been leading up to it. But the fact that it was so bad that it immediately went to, this is now, yes, armed conflict. Mm-hmm. That's jail for that guy. He did unfathomable things in that bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hit you with something else as well while we're in the mood?
Yeah.
Swing! Hello and welcome back to Sword Watch again, our dedicated deviant detail devoted to bringing awareness to the dangers of life without swords.
Dual wield?
This is Sword Watch dual wielding.
Sword Watch dual wield.
Blades akimbo.
In sticking with the exact same Sword Watch fashion of just what really motivates someone to take out a sword, Michigan police say dispute over Subpar sushi leads to sword fight, assault, and feces throwing.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it racist for me to not be surprised this is at a sushi place?
I don't think so, because you know the person who A, owns a katana, and B, thinks, this sushi would never pass in a Japanese restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Come on, we both know that's the worst person on earth.
Yeah.
This sushi insults your ancestors. What the fuck are you talking about?
The Traverse City Police Department, TCPD as we will lovingly refer to them from now on, in Michigan, arrested a man Tuesday after he allegedly assaulted a man with a sharp object in quotes, over an argument about, again, quotes, subpar sushi. God, this would never pass in Japan. You wouldn't even realize it.
What the heck, Casey's? Why is your sushi not top tier? Is this even ahi tuna?
In Michigan, we should have higher standards for our sea life.
We could get it from the lake. God, this insults the entire country of Japan, and I'll take it upon myself to enact their revenge.
He just does, like, he actually vocalizes anime, like, narration.
You would never understand. Well, here
Takes
again.
a bite of the sushi. Ugh!
This is insulting. The suspect, a 20-year-old man who would have thought that the weeaboo is just a 20-year-old dude with a sword,
Wow, shocker.
was allegedly upset because the victim, a 27-year-old, brought sushi to a campsite Monday that he did not like. Yeah,
Okay.
I see you rearing back there, Tay. I know what you're wondering. Who the fuck brings sushi on a camping trip?
Yeah,
That's gonna go
what the
bad
fuck?
real fast.
I'm like that sentence alone, I was on board for being like, haha, this is a dumb weeaboo. But that sentence is like the Phoenix Wright, like, hold it.
Hold it.
Changes the whole case around and puts me on the side of the
Clearly.
sword wielder.
You guys have never heard of Yeti coolers because they could keep anything cold for up to a week.
No, Tori, that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is the aesthetic of bringing sushi on a camp outing. You know, the camp outing with the campfire and the hammocks and shit. No one on earth has ever brought sushi to that.
No, that's got to be a special kind of glamping that you're doing if you're eating sushi while camping. No. Sorry. You eat beans like the rest of us.
If you pull a plate of sashimi out of your Yeti cooler, I immediately no longer feel like I'm roughing it.
No, absolutely not. Also, where did they get the sushi so close to it? Like, because you got to imagine, right? They drove it in from somewhere.
Yeah, it would have had to have been like some dog shit.
That's room
gas station
temperature,
sushi, right?
Like,
yeah.
you're dealing with room temperature, or you're dealing with, am I really going to trust the grocery store sushi on a camping trip where my bathroom is nature? Like, I don't want to have bad fish when I'm outside the comfort of my bidet. No, thank you. I would rather, honestly, I'd rather kill myself.
So again, I'm starting to pivot towards the sword wielder being the one in the right here.
I always think the sword wielder is in the right, but we'll have to see. The suspect allegedly became violent and swung at the victim with a sharp object, indicating by witnesses it could have been a sword. The two allegedly engaged in what police described as a sword
Epic
fight.
combat between two masters.
It was literally like Ghost of Tsushima when you're like just staring down someone and you're just like, the wind is blowing through and you're like, this sushi is insulting to the continent. Not continent. What the hell? The
continent of Japan.
The country of they're not my ancestors, but like I watch a lot of anime. So like I feel like I have a connection to them.
It is insulting to the country of the people I masturbate to.
God damn it, Tori, you've hit me with two bangers while I'm
gonna
trying
have
to take a sip of my beer.
Damn, that was
you gotta
real
stop drinking
good.
beer, pal, because I got nothing but Nat here.
We gotta get.
The two allegedly engaged in what police described as a quote-unquote sword fight as the victim grabbed a shovel to defend himself. I also...
Then it wasn't much of a sword fight then, so why are you even using it in quotes like that?
Well, it's honestly kind of fucking dope that one dude pulls out a sword and one dude is like, my option is a shovel. And then he got in a sword fight with a shovel. He defended himself
that's some
by any
Guy
means
Ritchie
necessary.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. They wielded the shovel so expertly that they thought it was akin to a sword to make it a sword fight, which is pretty fucking incredible.
This is an
I did note earlier that you did say the wording was around like an object that could be a sword. How do you not fucking know a sword when you see one?
I didn't want to talk about that too in depth either, but you do make a valid point.
Like, they were fighting with something. It was either a sword or a hula hoop. Couldn't tell.
Well, here's the thing. They're calling it, like, the police described it as a sword fight. Maybe they were just slapping dicks. You know what I mean? They might have just been slapping cock and
That's
balls
true.
together.
Mm-hmm. The most honorable combat.
Yeah, I've thrown a little bit of sushi back and wanted to dick fight. I think we've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
We've all
Don't worry,
done
you and
it.
I did that like last summer.
We did it. It was not even that. It was like 4 months ago.
Oh yeah, there was the the March incident, we'll call it.
Last summer we did Denny's and dick fighting. That's less fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's way less fun. It's just
More
not.
bloated.
Yeah. In the middle of the struggle, a third unknown person allegedly flung feces at the victim. One.
Okay, wait. So someone saw this epic sword fight going on, and their first instinct was to shit in their own hand and throw
I
it
gotta
at
do
the party.
something.
Food fight.
And then they focused, like, I gotta do something. And then their eyes went really wide and they concentrated really hard, like, before taking down their pants. Here's what kills me about this sentence. A third unknown person allegedly flung feces at the victim. So they saw someone getting attacked with a sword. This person's defending themselves with a shovel, and they're like, I'm gonna throw my poop at the person with the shovel. They're already between a rock and a hard place. And what are you doing?
I would want a friend to care enough about me that if they saw me on my back foot, it caught in a sword fight with a shovel, that they would be willing to fling some shit on my behalf.
Tori,
Yeah, but
I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I would absolutely do that for you in a heartbeat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If I saw you engaged in brutal life or death combat, it's the least I can do to shit in my hand and throw it at the person you're trying to kill.
Right. And it's likely thought number one, so I see how A got to B.
Yeah.
That's like this probably took place over the course of like a minute, right? They had to have
couldn't have been long,
already
to be- that's
shat
fair.
themselves.
I see where you're going with this.
They
yes.
had to have already shat themselves and
Holy
then
shit.
tried to
What you're
use
saying-
this
You're
as
so
a
right.
cover.
What
You're
saying
so
is they
right about
already
that,
had
'cause
one
it
in the
takes a minute.
chamber.
Wait, unless, holy shit. Wait, okay, I think we're all picturing a loaf right now, but like
It could have been a mud
You know,
pie.
it could have been more of like less of a throw and more of like a, kind
a
of a
fling.
flick.
Ew.
You know, like when you
Was this poo flinger involved with these two in a way where they were in the same party, or was this truly a rando that just showed up?
who knows, this mysterious pooper made off like a bandit. We have no update
Because
on that.
I can assume, or not assume, but like hazard to guess is the reason this poop flinger flung the poop was because they partook in some of that subpar sushi, immediately had a tummy gurgling, and then used that as ammo against the person wielding the shovel.
Yeah, that was
who
bad
again
sushi.
brought the bad sushi.
I'm still leaning on they absolutely had already shit themselves and they were like, I'm doing this to help. Yeah, I didn't already poop myself. Like, I'm doing this to help out in this situation. And I didn't already shit myself. I can do it on poop on command right now. You absolutely can't.
No one
I
on Earth
absolutely
can.
could.
Huh?
Now,
could.
Tori, I
I
do
haven't
need to-
taken a shit in 13 years that wasn't an emergency.
I thought you were just about to finish your sentence with "I haven't taken a poop in 13 years," and I was like, I only half believe you.
I would have just said you look great. You don't look bloated at all,
look,
Tori.
You look phenomenal.
Mm-mm.
You
Thank you.
look. I don't know what your secret is. You just piss a lot, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It hurts.
It's lumpy.
Ugh.
The 20-year-old suspect was arrested for felonious assault. TCPD acknowledged that they did
Did he give him a
not
blowjob?
find any weapons inside of the tent.
Fellatio.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was just
Nothing,
helping
don't
Tori out with a simple word association.
You were talking about a
thing.
blowjob, and so I didn't understand where that came into it.
Yeah.
You gave him felonious.
Now, let's rehash this one right here. TCPD acknowledged they did not find any weapons inside the tent. This person made off like a bandit. They brought in Subpar sushi, were offended, drew a sword, fought someone with a shovel. That person got shit thrown at them, and then they dipped. Right? They threw that katana, and you know it was a katana. They threw that
Yeah,
katana
I'm saying.
in the fucking river because the beautiful forethought of under Michigan law, felonious assault can result in 1 to 4 years in prison and a fine of up to $2,000, while felonious assault with a quote-unquote sharp object has a maximum of 10 years in prison and a $10,000 fine.
Yeah, that's quick thinking.
With
on their
no
part.
one being able to prove that it was a sword. And someone throwing shit as like a big distraction, bro just got like half the jail time.
Does that imply, though, that this person had studied up on sword-related crimes in Michigan before deciding? Like, was this a, your sushi was bad, I'm pulling a sword on you? Or was this a, I'm pulling my sword, what's the reason gonna be?
Huh.
Yeah, this might have been a premeditated kind of like,
Sure.
and you know what? If you own a sword, come on, you are kind of like just waiting for the moment to arise where you can use it, right?
Yeah. If you're a white guy with a katana, everything looks like a Coke bottle, you know what I mean?
It sure does. It sure does.
Spoken
The
so
world is your
beautifully,
2-liter of Diet Coke.
filled with water.
Mhm.
And atop your crown, a fedora.
Fit for a king.
This has been Sword Watch, our dedicated deviant detail devoted to bring awareness to the dangers of life without sword. Remember, everyone, there's 2 weapons you have in this world that are going to be your best friends. It's your trusty blade, and it's your own shit that came out of your asshole. So make sure you use both wisely.
Yeah. Or your friend's shit if they're sort of
Mhm.
you're being your follower on this one.
Yeah, if they're like your companion, like if they've got like some kind of like companion stat bonuses where like, oh, like their special power that I can use is they poop themselves and I can use that to my advantage.
Mm-hmm. Hey, while we're talking about creating characters, would you two like to maybe step into my office and maybe pitch me on this new movie you've been telling me about?
Oh yeah, for sure. Tyler, you've got those notes, right?
Yeah, yep. I got them right.
Tyler.
That's
not the same
I
notebook.
have them memorized. I have all of my movie notes memorized.
Hey.
That's really impressive. Because I was gonna say that's not the same notebook that you were writing in when we had our pitch meeting the other day.
No, that's the one I draw pictures of Hillary Clinton in with big X's over. the
Yes,
top.
with the anime eyes.
I don't want to invade here, but when you were hitting the head earlier, I did look in that notebook, and that's your fanfic notebook. But it doesn't matter because you won't need any notes because I want you two to spin me a tale. And that means you're going to be making it up from the ground up based on a genre given to you, a movie title given to you, and then a thing, action, something that must take place within the film that I give to you. Courtesy of our spinning wheels of content here. You ready to find out your genre?
Yeah, go for it.
I am.
Oh, by the way, since this is the final one, if you guys, would you like to have 3 chances? Like you can choose to spin 3 times if you want and pick from any of the 3.
I like when it's given
for
to
each
me.
category.
I
Want it to be
feel-
given to you.
I want it to be given. Unless you think there's like,
Yeah.
there's a
Okay.
better one, spin it again.
How about this? We get 2 rerolls total, and we get to
I'll give
choose
you that.
where to reroll.
Okay, yeah.
Sure, I'll give you that. All right, your genre is a sci-fi or fantasy that's really inaccessible and the fan base sucks.
So just Dune.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
100%. No, okay, so there's a lot of like, so there's 10,000 years of history prior to this that we have to get into with the great houses.
God damn it.
All right, and your title for this film
Is
is
Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 3.
So in the vein of something like The Secret Lives of College Girls or The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, the title of your film is The Untenable Lifestyle of a Mid-20s Gig Worker.
It is a
And
In a sci-fi or fantasy that's really inaccessible and the fan base sucks.
Okay, I like this. I like this.
Do you want to re-roll?
I want to
Not
re-roll
yet.
the genre. I want to re-roll the
Not-
genre because I love the title.
I do also love the title. Yeah, let's go for a genre reroll.
Let's re-roll genre.
Okay. Your genre is mystery, and you get to choose if it's a Knives Out kind of mystery or like more of the thriller type mystery. You can play anywhere on the spectrum of that mystery tag.
And hit me with the title one more time.
The Untenable Lifestyle of a Mid-20s Gig Worker.
Okay,
That's a great
Real
mystery
talk?
title.
real talk. That as an actual film would go kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nuts. I'm really good at what I do. And the thing or phrase that must be included in the film, as this is our final episode of Baseless Claims, is that the main character or characters must walk away from something or someone significant in their life.
Immediately what comes to mind is like an Uber or a DoorDash worker who makes consecutive deliveries to the same
To
house.
the same house. Yeah, absolutely.
Learning
And
that
they're
it's like a
piecing
cartel
together.
house, and then the cartel's just like, "Hey, you've delivered a lot of stuff for us. You want to deliver more stuff for us?" And the main character has to step away from their romantic partner to get into the mob because they're like, "I don't want you to get involved.
I don't want you to get hurt. This Subway delivery could be really dangerous. You have no idea how bad this gets. When I don't deliver Panera fucking piping hot, people shoot at my vehicle."
I love this concept. So let's reel it back. Let's peel it back to the very beginning. Open interior, fade in.
Go. We open. Fresh college graduate. No, college dropout.
We have screamed at imaginary Jeremys this whole show, so we're
been
gonna
a lot
name
of
him
Jeremies.
Jeremy.
There's been a lot of bad Jeremys that
Yeah.
they just,
And hey, write what you know. Every Jeremy I've ever met can suck the fattest dick. So
Yeah.
we open college dropout Jeremy. He's in between. Like, you see his hectic lifestyle. We're doing the Edgar Wright cuts, where we're like, coffee, barista job, drive, gas station job, drive, DoorDash job. We're doing all of the cuts here.
you're hitting that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Speeding it
Yeah,
up.
and then interspliced with all of this are like little email notifications that pop up that are just like, "Sorry, we went with another candidate," for like jobs that he's clearly
Love
applying
that.
to.
Yeah.
All of it spliced together. And then on the opposite side of that, though, we have the lifestyle of our cartel leader, Dave Bautista, who is just lavish, right?
Excellent.
He's
Excellent
relaxing
casting.
at the pool. He's like, he's driving nice cars. He's ordering DoorDash. Is he making sure that this thing he's ordering is on Dash Pass? Absolutely not. He's paying the full fees.
No.
It doesn't matter. Money means nothing to him. And while we're cutting all this together, then we get like this one cut together with while Jeremy is sleeping, you get Dave Bautista absolutely beating the shit out of someone to death, where we kind of establish like, whoa, this is serious, okay?
Despite his lavish and lax lifestyle during the day, at night, things get fucking intense.
Does he kill a DoorDash driver? Like, does he just like, you forgot my fries, and then just bash their head in?
Studio note here. I like the idea of the enemy. They got to be a likable guy, right? Where it's like, I don't want to do this, but if you fuck with me, you fuck with my business, I will absolutely beat you to death with my bare hands.
Can I just reveal the entire mystery right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to know the end to get there.
So Dave Bautista gets pissed off at this DoorDash driver, kills him. Then this new kid comes in, and the mystery of the whole movie, as you go along, as the DoorDash driver gets closer and closer to this cartel, is that DoorDash driver figuring out that Dave Bautista killed the first DoorDash driver.
Who was his brother.
And now this DoorDash driver feels fucking conflicted as shit about being in this position.
Studio note, yeah. Was that a studio note?
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
No, that's what I'm asking. Was that a studio note? It's his brother, or was that just you having fun with it?
I'm just a regular guy, you know? I like to riff. I like to banter.
Hey, don't think of me as your boss, okay? I'm like a cool boss.
Think of me as the executive.
Look, we're conversating here. You know, that was just a little conversational amuse-bouche.
Gotcha.
We have to have like I think...
But it was his brother. Studio note.
Because then we can add in like a little advertisement that says, it's the new Dash Pass family bundle where he has to start paying more on Dash Pass because now his brother is dead and that's who he split the bundle cost with.
Got it.
Yeah.
At the heart of it, it's like Stuber. We do have to promote Uber in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just Dave Bautista like, holy shit, I could save $4.26 if I switch to the annual Dash Pass. I'm already paying for the month to month, but
yes, please, and like clearly showing them the phone and how to do it on your phone, which takes up a significant portion of the movie.
He's like, holy shit, that was quick and easy to do that.
And all I had to do was put in my credit card information.
Even easier.
Look, saved on file.
He's like, hey, get over here. Look at, see all those crossed out numbers? That's all the money I'm saving by being on annual Dash Pass. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Wait, well, hey, can we have stereo, like Dave Bautista? This is very clearly a modern movie, but next to Dave Bautista are like fucking 1940s goons that are like his whole like posse. Hey, boss.
Can one of them be John Leguizamo?
You fucking know it. And one of them is also John Mulaney. Believe it or not, we got him for this one.
I kind of like that, actually.
John Mulaney is the bookkeeper.
John Mulaney actually gets beaten to death in this scene because John Mulaney is like, well, hey, boss, they're crossing out all the numbers, but aren't the prices of the items worth more on here? So you end up paying more than you would if you just drove down the street to get, and just beats the shit out of John Mulaney. It's a good deal. Who's our main character?
I'm thinking in the vein of Baby Driver. So we have to have like some sort of actor like that as our DoorDasher.
We're looking for Ansel Elgort. We need a sweet baby boy to be our beautiful baby-faced DoorDash driver with a heart of gold who's just down on his luck. You know, this is the untenable lifestyle of a
mid-20s gig worker.
A mid-20s gig worker.
God, I really like the premise of this. Like, this is a good premise for a movie.
It's a good the returning to the door and like forming a bond with this guy. To him, he's just the guy who brings him his food, so he likes him. He likes the guy. He's always coming with. He's got pies. He's got footlongs. He's got,
and it's showing all of the different orders he can make. He's like, oh, now that I can bundle, I can order at 2 separate restaurants and have more things delivered to me.
And I've had this driver before, and he's never late. And it's always warm when he gets here.
Always make sure that I get all of my items. He checks the bags.
He never sets the food down right in front of my storm door so that I can't actually open the door. He leaves a little gap.
Yeah. Let's dip our toes into a couple different concepts here. Are they gay?
How about instead of... okay.
Just kind of like...
Focus testing said they should be.
The woke left would love it.
The woke, we're an original studio, but the woke mob did say we do have to make them gay. They do have to be gay. Maybe not for each other, but they are gay individually.
I was going to say, I know we're kind of going into direction here, but I am going...
Hold on. I just thought of a scene where like this is a completely like non-sexual movie, but just for focus testing, they had to have Batista be like, "Hey, thanks, man. I'm just like, I really appreciate you bringing me these enchiladas. It's just like, I'm so bisexual. I love enchiladas anyway." Like, just has to slip a line in there.
So we make it abundantly clear, like, that it's like, enchiladas or tacos? Huh. I could go for both. And I also mean that sexually. I go many different, any which way, upside down way, all the different ways sexually. And then
we get a BuzzFeed article after the movie that's like, how the bisexual representation in this movie matters and shit like that.
Dave Bautista is our bisexual king in the untenable lifestyle of a mid-20s gig worker.
Fuck.
And he's like, I just really wanted to portray and like embody a bisexual person in the most authentic way possible. So I just decided to like, as a character choice, slip it into conversation where it didn't make sense to bring up.
I want it to be really authentic to the experience.
You're right.
Yeah, so here's your Burger King. I'm bisexual. So you're aware. Oh, okay. I am too? He like looks at the camera and he's like, are we ad-libbing this?
Yes, and I think that's great.
The mystery is about how DoorDash is so affordable during the summer of Dash Pass. They're like, how are we able to afford these prices? God, this is so cheap. We need to get to the bottom of this.
I know we're kind of going into a direction where they're friends, but I have a proposal where we flip it and they're enemies, or not necessarily enemies, but this Dave Bautista meets this DoorDash driver and goes, "Hey, I have an idea," and sets up this elaborate conspiracy where this DoorDash driver does bring like poisoned meals to members of an enemy cartel or targets that he has to kill. And he gets on the hook for like, "Oh, well, you poisoned the meals. There's only one point that this meal could have been poisoned. It was in your car as you were delivering it." And the whole conspiracy unravels as this DoorDash driver has to figure out how to pin it back on Dave Bautista, who went into the restaurants and paid them big monies to poison that specific meal before the DoorDash driver got there.
You know how like the Fate of the Furious or the Fast and Furious movies now, you know how they just like involve secret government black ops operations and no one really understands it or knows where it's going?
Yeah,
sure.
We could just do that, right?
Studio note.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yes, and how about this? We go back. Okay, so go back to that mindset of like he's a cartel guy who's always, like him and his cronies are always at his place doing their crime shit.
His 40s cronies where they're like, "Hey, boss."
Yeah. What's the big idea? So
"Hey,
he's
boss,
this guy.
We got barbecue last time.
Yeah, glad you did one too. So we should keep going. We see a lot of scenes where he keeps coming to the door. Again, they start to kind of make that little bit of a bond or whatever it is. And then one of the times, the like you were saying, people need to be poisoned. And we see him kind of like, how the fuck are we going to do this? It all has to be done tonight. And then we cut to the DoorDash driver who's like, all right, he's on the phone. Yeah, no, hon, I just got one more delivery, so I'll scoop you up on the way there, and then we'll make this last drop. It's a guy I go to all the time, and then we can go on our date. And then, boom, all of our plot lines converge now, where he makes the delivery. Batista steals his girlfriend, like kidnaps her and holds her ransom, and forces the DoorDash driver to deliver these poisoned meals to his enemies throughout the course of the night.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That gets a little bit of that collateral thing in there. It gets a little bit of like a love interest thing going in there, and it keeps that sort of like mystery thriller going on.
You don't want to, and then he says, and that's when he says, like, you don't want to end up like the last DoorDash driver that came here.
And that's like, when the pieces click together for him.
That it
He's
was
like,
his brother.
Oh no!
Yeah,
you killed my brother. And then
my brother.
He's secretly planning a way to like kill Batista on his way back. He's got to get his girl back, but he can't let Batista live anymore. He's got to get him.
And
back
hey, you know
somehow.
what? She might be a girl, but she can kick some butt too. You know, that'd be fun.
She's also for the audience. She's also bisexual.
Yeah. Well, of course, she's dating a straight man, so of course she's bisexual. I don't make the rules.
No, Tori. This is Hollywood's first ever movie where every character on the screen is canonically bisexual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we hit that really hard on the marketing.
Yeah, and then we just light the whole movie with red and blue lights, so everyone goes, the subtle bisexual lighting with the bisexual characters in the untenable life of a 20-something's gig worker.
The trailer is just cutting together every character, like slipping in their line about how bisexual they are. Seriously, boss, do you even know what you're asking to a fucking bisexual like myself?
What do you say we go over there and get that rival gang, boss, huh? It shouldn't be a problem for me. I got no problem killing girls or guys. By the way, I feel the same about the bedroom.
That's John Mulaney.
Oh, thank God you're here to deliver my sandwich. My bisexual ass needed this.
Provolone, such a bisexual cheese.
This is the most bisexual Taco Bell order I've ever seen. And it's just like a crunch wrap.
The new Cheez-It Crunch Wrap.
We think our character is a straight guy the entire time. Like, we think Ansel Elgort is a straight guy the entire time. And then finally, when he's got the gun at, like, the last scene, he's holding it against Dave Bautista's head. He's like, I'm bisexual. Pulls the trigger.
I've had a lot of doubts my entire life, but I'm not afraid anymore. I'm bisexual. Gunshot goes off. Finn.
Or better yet, I've got nothing to be afraid of anymore. You don't scare me. I'm bisexual. Click. And the room goes silent and everyone's just like, yeah, that's fine, dude. It's like, whatever.
We're all bisexual.
And a little flag comes
here.
out of the tip of the gun, and it's a pride flag.
And then our characters get together and they say, all right, what's next on the gay agenda? And then they have a round table meeting.
Yep, and that's when the credits roll, right?
Yeah.
So I think we got a movie.
I think that's
I think we
basically
got
a
a
movie.
All right.
Like, you're going to give us money. Like, you
Yeah,
Like,
how
you
much,
pay
how much
us
money
for
are you
that,
giving us
right?
For this?
Oh. I'll give you $1 billion.
Just
That's-
one?
I'll give
That
you
doesn't
$1
seem like a
billion.
lot.
I think 90.
you know, with like marketing costs these days, inflation. You know, you got to think of inflation too.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm suggesting no less than $65 billion.
I think that's
How about
fair.
69 billion for the funny?
Hey,
That's-
there we go. The most bisexual number.
That's a very
really good.
bisexual number. Hey, this is going to sound like a non sequitur, but like, are y'all worried about Ian McKellen?
What do you mean?
He fell off a stage
Oh no,
the other
did he
day.
really?
He's in the hospital.
Oh fuck, that's not good.
I only bring it up because I would want to cast him as the leader of the Gay Agenda Council at the end of the movie to set up the sequel.
I do like that.
Yeah. If we can't get him, what's the point, you know?
Yeah.
And also he is still dressed as Gandalf while he's leading the gay council.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah. It is Gandalf. Ian McKellen is his stage name. Gandalf is his real identity.
It's his government issued name.
And it's not like Gandalf the Grey, it's just first name Gandalf.
Like Gandalf the Gay.
Oh, nice.
Damn, that's good.
Fucking nice, dude.
Anyway, this episode's dedicated to you, Ian. Get well.
What if he dies?
Or rip. I'm pretty concerned about it. Took a lot to not bring it up until just now. I'm very concerned about it. It's occupying a lot of my brain space today.
It's been weighing on you. Hey, speaking of movies, we got some last podcast topics that we just want to fucking roll through, okay? We're going to do our rapid fire podcast questions that we never got to. And I sent everyone a list of said questions. And we each have one answer that we can give with this to make sure that we answer everyone's dying questions, you know?
Now, these are questions that maybe have been asked throughout the years that we just have been like putting off, and we're just kind of taking the ones that we want to answer now and getting through them.
Yeah. Some of them are mine. Some of them I just wanted to clear out of things where I was just like, I don't even have a lot with this. This is nothing. Or some things that people asked and I was just like, that might not be substantial enough, or I'll get to that later. There's no later. Sorry.
There's no later. We're getting to it now.
There's no later. We're getting to it now. And speaking of movies, we had one that was a great question from Garth Mall, but just no context to put it in. Mm-hmm. Just create movie catchphrases. So, do you each have movie catchphrases you would like to share?
I do.
All right. Tori,
would you like me to go?
Please lead us off.
Okay. So my movie catchphrase would be that the Joker, he's a Batman villain.
Yep.
And he would
I've
say,
heard of him.
"And remember, bats, it's Joker Disease Awareness Month, so legally you can't punch me." So that's one that I thought we could do.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Damn.
I have more, though.
That is one of the funniest things I think I've ever heard.
I think it would be offensive against bats.
It would, because it's a catchphrase, which means he says it all the time, right? Which means that he's trying to insinuate that Joker Disease Awareness Month is like every month, which is hilarious.
It's the amount of merch we're going to be able to sell off that. I mean, it's going to just blow people away with the amount of t-shirts we're going to sell.
I have one that I didn't even plan this out, but I feel like I just got to get it out of the way because it kind of relates to our very big bisexual movie.
Yeah.
My first movie catchphrase that I came up with was, "I don't swing that way, Kimosabi."
That's really good. Oh, that's so good.
And it can be used in any genre of movie. Like, imagine, it can be used in anything. The Terminator, John Wick, you could use it in the fucking Da Vinci Code. You can use it in a rom-com, the Sonic movie, anything. Just like James Marsden looking at Sonic and being like, "I don't swing that way, Kimosabi."
All right.
It's so good.
I already got my chili dog out, though.
I'm really embarrassed.
Slurp it, James Marsden, slurp it.
Because the only thing I have written down, okay, for all of these, I've got okay ideas, at least in my opinion. This is the weakest one I had by far. And the only thing I have written down in quotes is "eat this" in a movie that has nothing to do with eating. Which is just so dog shit in comparison.
Hey, that can be paired with, "Eat this." "I don't swing that way, Kimosabi."
There you go. It needed a companion catchphrase. Okay. So I had one. I gave this context, I guess. So this one's for Forrest Gump.
Okay.
and he would say,
Do the voice. Do the voice.
I needed that part of the prompt to make this a little bit more easy on myself. Because when I heard make a movie catchphrase, it's like there's too many variables here. But making movie catchphrases for other characters is hilarious.
Existing IPs. That's what I had to go for.
Clearly, you didn't see the follow-up message, which said very specifically, just create new catchphrases. I don't think it super matters if you want to give it to an existing character either, if you have a funny one.
Okay, my bad. I didn't
learn to read.
No.
Anyway, I thought it would be really cool if Forrest Gump. I have a bad voice, so here we go. Remember, Jenny, it's Forrest Gump Disease Awareness Month. So legally, you have to let me breed you.
I swear to fucking God, if your next one is the Terminator and it's like, remember, it's the Terminator Awareness Month. Legally, you have to let me kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Okay. I have a kind of Terminator-related one. It's kind of that, like, action... It's kind of very specifically for, like, action heroes that don't talk very much. So, walk in. Better luck next time. Oh, wait. You're dead. And then he kills them.
Ooh, that's good.
Sure.
I like that.
That sounds like a real 80s movie writing.
It really does.
And he does it every time.
So it doesn't get old either.
No. Better luck next time. Oh, wait. You're dead. And he does it for every henchman, too. Even though he's got to get through, like, 20 henchmen wearing white tuxedos. Mm-hmm. Like, he's clearing out all of them, saying it for every one of them.
So, Star Wars as an IP just has so many properties to it now, right? I think it'd be good if any, like, Jedi or Sith had to, like, not had to, but, like, use the phrase something like, Tyler, could you be a different character and I'll be Luke Skywalker really quick?
Bisexual Awareness Month it is. Yeah, okay.
So Luke would be approaching. So Luke would be approaching and just be like,
"You're so strong."
Don't worry, Yoda. I'll be there to help. Why? I'll force you.
I don't hate that, if I'm being honest. It sounds like it could be in the Clone Wars or something. Like, what are the animated properties?
So, like, instead of saying something along the lines of, like, may the force be with you, it's just, nah, I'll force you.
That sounds a bit...
That's going to be the reboot for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Does it not sound a bit
for kids, but...
creepy to you?
What do you mean?
Like, I'll force you. Like, it sounds like it can come off very threatening.
Dude, why are you thinking like that?
No, I don't think so.
He's literally saying,
fine.
I'll force you.
Yeah, because he's going to use the force on them.
The way a parent forces you to eat vegetables, like, that's kind of like the hidden context. Not like, I'll force you.
Yeah. We'll stop you, Jedi scum. Nope, I'll force you.
How are you going to move us? I'll force you.
There you go.
Yeah, like, look. I'm down with that one.
Okay.
How are we going to get through this impenetrable wall? I'll force you.
It's sitting wrong. I don't think I'll say it. You guys can say it. I just don't think that will leave my tongue, Like.
Okay. Well, hey, all right.
Luke, I don't know if I have the strength to do this. I'll force you.
Okay, Tori.
I'm falling
What's your
off that
next one? What's your next movie catchphrase?
Okay. So my next one is for one of the movies in the Expendables franchise.
Yeah. Okay.
And Jason Statham would go, "Yeah, if we're so expendable, why are we all still here?" To which Sylvester Stallone would say, "Well, remember, It's Sylvester Stallone Disease Awareness Month, so legally you cannot expend me.
Yeah. You know what? Very clever. Very good.
Thank you.
All right, Tori, let me hit you with this one real quick. How about
Sure.
like this? Again, this can be either like a sassy rom-com style or like another action style where you can go like,
Okay.
I've eaten cheeseburgers older than you.
Huh.
Gotta say that one doesn't have as much of a punch
No, it's quite gross when you really get down to it.
when you analyze it a
It's-
bit more.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's unpleasant.
Yeah, 100% it's unpleasant to sit with.
Because if he's fighting someone, let's just be generous and say 40 years old.
I've eaten cheeseburgers older than you.
Have
Look,
you?
That's
like,
not
I
good.
know Quick Trip isn't whipping him up that morning, but like 40 years.
Okay, Tori, do you have any more movie catchphrases?
God.
I don't. I could probably come up with one pretty quickly if you want me to.
No, I think we're good.
Sylvester Stallone.
Give me any
Disease
existing
Awareness
property. I'll
Month.
come up with one off the top of my head. No, this is a fun improv game. Someone give me any property that I know. Don't say an anime, Tay.
Fuck you, for one. Number two, do James Cameron's Avatar.
Okay. So Jake Sully,
Yep.
Yep.
he's on Pandora when he says
Uh-huh.
this.
Yep.
And he's speaking to the Na'vi.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he says, he speaks a lot in like that language, which I'm not going to do because that's cultural appropriation, of course.
Mhm,
And then he
mhm,
says, and remember, it's Na'vi Disease Awareness Month. So legally, you have to connect your hair with mine.
See, I thought you were gonna go along the lines of like, it's Paraplegic Awareness Month, and you have to be kind to me because I'm in a wheelchair, which is why you have to put me in the Avatar body.
No, they hate his
isn't that
human
whole-
state.
Isn't that the whole plot of the first movie?
I don't
Yeah,
see
he thought he
limbs.
likes that entire race of people because he can walk again.
Mm. Gotcha.
If he could walk back on Earth, he'd be shooting them. Let's just get that
Yeah.
straight.
He absolutely wouldn't give a fuck. All right, next question. What is your horror movie escape strategy?
So, with this one,
No follow-ups, rapid fire. You got to just go for it.
well, it depends on the type of horror movie, right? Because if it's a torture movie like Saw, then all you have to do is get really like porn horny at them. Because like their whole thing is preying on your fear, and like if you just deny them of that, like that robs them of whatever pleasure
See,
they
this
get
is
out
how
of
I
it.
this is
So-
how I know you have never seen any horror movies, because this is actively attempted in Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Saw, Hostel.
no.
Basically every horror movie tries this with one of the characters.
Tyler, stop it right now. Tay has watched plenty YouTube essays about horror movies as a genre, so do not step to her about this.
My horror
Sorry.
movie
Go on.
escape strategy. I kill myself in front of whatever monster, killer, or entity and hope that it just kind of throws them off of their game.
See,
Great.
I kind of had that baked into mine too, because like if it does backfire, at least you got to be petty about it, and you take the moral high ground in that situation.
My horror movie escape strategy. I'm going to make the ghoul laugh. I'm going to hit him with some off-center hit him with a shockingly edgy joke, maybe hilarious pratfall as I run away, and give him some sock-ass one-liners.
Okay, that could work.
That could absolutely, I could see you bust that ghoul's gut. I could absolutely see something like that working.
Yes.
Next rapid fire question. Can Spider-Man go to a doctor, or would they see his spider business?
Okay,
So I think
the number one, Tay, shut the fuck up right now because we need to get one thing straight, all right? Spider-Man does not have insurance. He is a part-time photographer. He does not have insurance. So, yeah, he could go to the doctor, but he's not gonna.
I was just going to say he could probably hide everything up until the reflex test, where the doctor pulls out that little like rubber mallet thing, and before it even hits his skin, like his whole body just shifts out of the way because he can't really help that. It's a reflex.
Yeah. I said, I've got no evidence, but I feel like a tetanus shot would kill Spider-Man. Like any vaccine he can no longer get because his immune system has got to be completely fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One follow-up question. Does Spider-Man's internals resemble a spider in any way, or is it literally just clinging to walls that makes him spider-esque?
I think it's probably just his spiky ass fingers.
Yeah, he's got the little hairs.
Doesn't he only have spiky fingers in the Tobey Maguire? Because if we're talking any other Spider-Man, he can't produce his own web.
That's
all he
fair.
can do is stick to walls.
No, but that's why we're not saying web shooters. I think in all of them, he's got the fingers that can be really sticky.
He's got the Tobey.
Yeah,
He got Tobey.
I think he's got the Tobey fingers in all of them.
Okay.
Hey,
Well,
Doc.
and that.
Hey Doc, can you look at my wrist vagina? It's been a bit itchier lately.
You definitely got chlamydia in here.
Doc, stop! Not like that.
I'm gonna web.
I'll force
What
you.
are awful catchphrase. What are you putting in the giant Vegas orb? Inside or out? Tay, go.
Outside, reruns of Ellen. Inside. Inside, Wii Sports or Mario Kart.
Fuck yes. America's favorite lesbian up on the jumbo screen where everyone...
On the outside, so it's unavoidable.
So everyone's always watching Ellen dance around.
We're all getting caught up.
And it's
Gosh,
just,
she's
it's
so
looping
funny.
back of her dancing. It's just an Ellen dancing compilation constantly in Vegas.
Fuck.
Tori, what do you got?
Outside, Minion. Inside, Goon Cave. Which is, in my case, is also Minions. It's yeah.
It's Minions and Minions.
It's going to be overwhelming, to say the least.
My Vegas orb that I am doing is just bald acceptance on the outside. It just says, it
Sure.
could happen to you. And then it's just spinning bald heads all day on the orb. Like they're perfectly mapped to the orb.
Yep.
So they're spinning bald head the entire day.
Okay,
But
I like
weirdly,
that.
the orb also displays that person's full name and address.
And
See,
social.
one of my scrapped ideas was a live feed to any one webcam in all of America.
Straight jerking it.
Straight jorking it.
Best pickup lines. I'll go first this time. This one was from Subpar Sanity. Best pickup lines. My pickup line that I got is, I hope your parents are dead because if you bring me home, you're really going to disappoint them.
That's a rough one, bud.
I need a drink.
Tori, would you like to go?
Yeah. Let me just pull my papers up here. Shuffling them a little bit.
Yeah, I also didn't have a good one for this.
Hey girl. Are you Colorado? Because you got me feeling high.
Ooh.
Not even like a mile high.
That was I had written this one down a little while ago. I had it prepared.
Here, I got one. Can I share mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Tori, did it hurt when you fell?
Do I have a response to this?
Well, you're just like, I'm trying to pick you up here in this scenario.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
Let's start it from the top. All right, ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Tori, did it hurt when you fell?
Yes.
Because you're only 10 I see.
You fucking. I've already dialed 911. Please leave my vicinity.
Yeah, Subpar Sanity. You can definitely tell what our strength is. Another one from Subpar Sanity. What would your retirement home have? Tay, go for it.
I want to die in VR.
That's fair. I like that one.
Like, are we talking like Wii Sports Resort VR, like pickleball
I'm
VR?
talking VR chat.
That's not.
VR.
Wait, what? That's not VR, Tyler.
They're gonna make it VR. They're gonna do Wii Sports VR, and you're a fool
I
if
would
you don't
play
think
the
they're gonna do
shit
it.
out of that.
I'm imagining like in the headset just do 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 do, and then outside of the VR, it's just a flat line on my monitor.
You just hear nice heart attack.
You're standing.
Stroke.
You're standing on the Wii Fit pad. And it's like.
And then you still get the little audience. Like once you die, it's you get the whole.
Oh my God, imagine the virtual, like them carrying you down, like carrying the coffin down, and it's
They
just the
hop
little
around
egg
them.
people with disconnected hands.
That's one of the mini games is balance the coffin.
It's all of the me's, so all of like the fucked up creations you made in your me stable.
Oh my god.
Mercy rule.
Yeah, all of your fucked up me's that you've created are the ones that take you to your funeral pyre. You have to atone for your sins to them. Tori, what do you got for your retirement home?
Halo LAN parties, beer on tap, real life Rocket League where we play some type of soccer in our little fucking scooters and electric wheelchairs.
Fuck yes.
And shuffleboard would still be there because shuffleboard is fun.
Shuffleboard fucking rules. Yeah,
Shuffleboard
no, that's
does
just a
really
given.
fuck. Yeah, the Halo and the beer is gonna be really sick. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we're all gonna be old as fuck. Probably gonna have some claw hand going, trying to grip the Duke, but we're gonna try it.
So
we're the most uncomfortable fucking controller on earth.
you would have. I'm trying to think. Would beer or Mountain Dew Game Fuel be better?
Combined.
Or both. Both.
An
Why not
IPA,
both?
a double hopped
Oh.
Mountain Dew Game Fuel IPA.
Oh,
No, just hard Dew on tap. There we go.
there we go.
My retirement home has awful nurses that are just completely unqualified and ultra competitive. They will play pickleball with you and they will fuck your shit all the way up.
They will not pull punches.
Tori,
No.
or Tyler, you know that you don't have to make a retirement home hell for yourself, right?
But I think it would be really funny if all the nurses were really competitive.
It would be. It'd be hilarious.
Tyler thinks it's cute when women try to compete.
I
That's what
do.
he told me.
I said that. I have a lot of other opinions as well. That this is why we have to end the show. Bog Emissary. Talk about MILFs. Bog Emissary, I don't want to talk about your mom like that.
Oh my god.
Oh, I wrote gotta be thick. I don't want a
God.
skinny MILF.
If a MILF looked at me and like said any form of a compliment or praise to me, I'm done. It's over.
You made this very real and uncomfortable.
If you had to pick a representative of the human race to meet aliens, who would you pick?
So we can't have anyone smarmy like Ryan Reynolds, despite being a pretty good benchmark of what humanity thinks is like a good human. We can't have a president because it just doesn't seem like a good idea. It needs to be someone who can communicate well, assuming we can communicate with these aliens, but also in a tone that is soothing and non-threatening. And unfortunately, I think that's just Morgan Freeman.
I got a better one.
Okay.
Mr. Beast. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, are you still feeling tough? Because you cannot pay those aliens to not melt your soul with a ray gun. Okay, Jimmy? So how does it feel to be raw and vulnerable like the rest of us?
I paid 50,000 Florgons to
And he still gets it done because he's so goddamn good at it. No one knows how he does it, but he does communicate with them successfully. I got to cut in with a real quick thing here. For the first time in my life, last week, I watched a full Mr. Beast video.
Oh, bummer.
And it wasn't bad.
Oh?
It was not a bad
No,
video.
his
I watched-
content's no.
Really?
It was honestly, it was highly entertaining. I was like, wow, Mr. Beast, that was a good video.
Thanks, Jimmy.
It was the one where they stayed in a room for 100 days and they had to like, if either one of the two left, they would lose all the money.
Do you think if we picked Grill Master John out of Middle America to meet the aliens, you think that would go well?
No, he'd say something racist.
I got a better
But
one
at least
here.
that's honest, right?
I got a better one than Middle America Grill Master Dad. Because my head says exactly the same thing. You know, we need someone well-versed in diplomacy, right? We need to handle the situation delicately.
Mm-hmm.
But my heart says Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because
Fuck yes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to get up there and he's going to do, we're going to do a little bit of fighting. What? And a little bit of ass whooping. What? Then send you back to whatever the hell it is you came from, you space border jumping bastard. What? And then he crushes a fucking can of beer on his head and then he whoops their asses.
Mm-hmm. Why did you even let us go? Honestly, you could have been like, hey guys, you take a seat on this one. I got it.
One and done, honestly. I opened with Morgan Freeman. You let me open with Morgan Freeman, you asshole.
Well, yeah, but we can all, that's the whole beauty, is that we can all pick a representative. Only one person can meet, and I think we all just decided it is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Go back to whatever planet it is you came from, you son of a bitch. HD2K asks, do you think you could beat up your ancestors? And I said, of course I could. They're all dead.
What the fuck is this question? Easily, and without lifting too much of a finger.
I wrote, buddy, I hurt my knee sitting crisscross applesauce. Not a chance.
Fuck. I appreciate the honesty.
My grandpappy, he fought in Korea.
Yeah.
And I hurt my knee sitting.
He was down 2 fingers, and was very casual about it. I think you're toast.
Talk about it ever. Yeah.
Sometimes when I eat something funny, I'm bedridden for a day. No shot. No shot.
I had some potato chips and got canker sores all over.
Well, maybe we all anticipate them being way bigger and way tougher, but what if they also are riddled with weird diseases?
See, that's what I was going to say. If you go back far enough in your lineage, everyone was just sick and frail all the time.
I'm going to bring COVID to them. I haven't gotten the bug yet, but I'll get it, and I'll go back in time, and I'll fucking wipe out a nation.
HD2K also asked us one thing kind of tangentially related to this rapid quickfire answers.
I want you to rank all the members of your community, your subscribers, the people who comment the most.
And I think this little questionnaire gives us a good, can you really, rate, who's your favorite child? The answer is yes, I can. It's Garth Maul.
Garth is up there for sure. Proppin has also contributed a lot. That doesn't necessarily mean they're a good child.
I have a favorite child, and it's Garth Maul.
I look, funniest child is Garth Ball.
Yeah. Then we have our other children awards. You know, we have our other children awards that we won't hand out because you all just lost to Garth Maul.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Overachiever, Proppin, always there, always working.
Or fucking
doing their
loser,
best.
Dork, nerd,
all right, well,
idiot who deserves a swirly Proppin.
See,
okay,
we were gonna be
HD2K is pretty low on the list.
Yeah, no, fuck HD2K.
You see, I don't know if I would say I would put HD up there pretty high because HD is
He's cool and I like him.
HD is also 180 pounds of muscle. So I would like to stay on HD's good side, you know?
HD is a weeaboo.
This is a huge hit to their character.
Yeah.
Shapeless Media credit card, what's on it?
1% cash back for every purchase, but that pool of money that accumulates over time can only be withdrawn by donating it to the show.
So it's our money. It's always our money. I like that.
Money,
I do like that. We'll cut you off at the bar, but also we'll make you drink more if you're being a pussy.
Damn. All right.
Wow. The card will if you go out and you order 14 drinks, the card will if you start a tab, the card will cut you off at a certain point. But if you go out and you order 1 beer.
Yeah.
The card is going to auto charge a couple more on there.
So you might as well drink them.
You might as well. They're
You're
coming
getting
anyway.
charged for it.
They're coming your way.
I got 6% cash back on all items that could legally be called a sword in a court of law. Free rental
okay.
insurance, but only on 2005 Honda CRVs.
Okay.
4% cash back on all dining experiences. Free meals if someone dies there. And
Okay.
it costs a shitload of money for small businesses to use because it has an insane fee.
I like
no
that one.
small
That one's
business
good.
wants to accept it.
Okay, how do you feel about this
Virtually
one?
useless.
How do you feel about this one?
Yep.
The card is really fucking heavy. Like Amex will, like you get the metal Amex and it's going to be like, ding. No, this is 6 pounds of pure marble.
I was going to
is
say
iron.
tungsten.
It's got to be a metal that, like, if it goes in the same pocket as your phone, it fucks up your phone because of, like, the magnets in it.
Yeah.
The card is just a neodymium, like, strong rare earth metal magnet.
It's uranium. You're carrying around uranium in your pocket.
And if you buy something that you don't want on your statement, like if you're buying a gift or a dildo or whatever, you know, you can just press a button on the app that just says Burger King.
I
So
like
if
that.
you go to like Wild Pete's Kinky Fuckhouse and you buy the American Hero and a real doll, that was what you just did there was $15,000 of Burger King.
So you can hide it. So you can always just say, like,
You can
I spent
hide it.
built-in discreet
lot of
purchasing.
Burger King this month.
Damn.
How many Impossible Whoppers did I get? Damn. Mr. Mags.
Sorry, the card made me drunk. I needed Burger King.
Mr. Mags asks, what animal has the weirdest dreams?
I think if they're capable of it, any marine life that comes into contact with humans, so like seals, dolphins, killer whales, shit like that. Because like when we dream, sometimes weird animal shit happens, right? Where there's like dolphins or fish in the air. What if it's like a reverse for the dolphins, where they like hallucinate humans in their own fucked up way?
I was right there. What I had was right on point with that, which is it's got to be whales because they live in the endless expanse of the ocean, seeing sights that we could only dream of. But they also surface. And so they see far off land. They see birds and shit. They have to have some pretty wild fucking dreams in this like limbo that they'll never reach.
Right, because like their brains are like making connections without the knowledge, right? So they're just assuming that shit.
And they're really
It's like,
intelligent.
what could that thing be? You know?
They're intelligent, Tate. They know what birds are, okay?
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, we just found out that that elephants maybe communicate with, like, grumbles, like they might have names. It wouldn't surprise me if whales gave each other names and they have, like, a whole system. See, you both gave, like, a really thoughtful answer there. I wrote, what animal has the weirdest dreams? Your mom.
Cool, dude.
So,
Fucking
Fuck,
cool.
it was funnier than ours, to be fair.
Yeah. This is a comedy podcast after all.
Yeah. I just get lost when I think about whales.
I love him so much. Propin asks, what if Baseless Claims was a morning TV show?
Al Roker would have a rude awakening.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean by it?
No, I want to hear what you think.
I'm
Fucking
going to
kick his ass.
kill him. I'm going to beat the shit out of him live on air.
Good Morning America.
He thinks he's
Fuck
coming into
you,
like,
Al.
oh, we're having this friendly newsroom banter. No. No.
I wrote down, I'm aggressively playing obnoxious like sound effects on like the soundboard that I have during this entire time. And I'm goading people into calling into the show to get into arguments about the stories that I ran that are factually just incorrect. Like nothing about what I just said on live television is true. And I'm goading people into calling like, oh yeah, you think you know better? Call the number at the bottom of your screen right fucking now. And then I'm like, well, who has the show, bro? Who has the show? Who's on TV? You're not on TV. If I cared what pussies like you thought of me, I'd be on like NPR or some bullshit, okay? Fuck you. And then I hang up the call.
One hell of a
So you
morning
kind of
fan.
want to be like that. Who's the radio guy with the curly hair that is annoying?
I
the
know
guy.
who
You
guy
both
with the
know who I
sunglasses.
mean, right?
Yeah, the guy with
what
the
fuck
sunglasses.
is his name? He's like
Al
the most
Roker.
prolific radio host of all time, and I can't
I know,
think of his
all-
name.
Tyler, yes, thank you. The only two names I can think of are Al Roker and Bruce Springsteen, and it's not even close to either of those.
I think it's Al Roker.
Well, I feel like one of us would have to do the weather segment, and I feel like Tyler could get out some regional grievances in that segment. Like,
I'm sick of people
down here
from
in Florida, it's going to be 85 and humid. That's what you get for living in a fucking dirty swamp. And in the Southwest, we got...
Oh, 100%.
Howard Stern.
Howard
Thank you.
Stern.
Fuck.
I'm dishing it out to the British where they're like, oh, we're in a heat wave. It's 72 degrees outside. You absolute babies. No, but you don't get it. It's humid over here. Oh, you mean like all of America? We don't have AC. Okay, sounds like you live in a third world country. Buy it. What do you mean?
Get it? What do you...
Oh, okay.
And also-
oh, no, all our houses are hundreds of years old. Okay, my house is 100 years old. You know what I have? A window unit. What are you doing? You fucking
Yeah.
idiots.
Yep. They're barely people.
Blimey,
Over there.
it's hot. It's like 75.
It's like, shut the fuck up. I basically, if we're doing a morning TV show, I want us to be the cold shower of morning TV, right? It's abrasive, it's unpleasant, but the rest of your day, it's going to feel a lot better after watching what we got.
I like that angle. Would we like do like hard truths of life in that segment, or would we just kind of be like, you know, talking about like bad news stories?
We do something we do would be hard.
Oh,
Weirdly enough, there's a QVC segment in the middle where we sell goods on television. Like we all just kind of adopt like, okay, and this is a really nice watch that's going on sale right now.
oh my
Definitely.
God!
Check
Look
out
at
our
the
colloidal
gemstones
silver.
on this.
Oh, it's really lovely. Get this. It's a Garfield Tupperware set, vintage from the 80s. You're not going to want to miss out on this. Look at, on this little guy, it says, I love lasagna.
And what's that, Tyler? We only have 20 of these?
20 of these. They say they love lasagna. They're great lasagna plates. You can use them for anything. It's authentic Tupperware. You're going to want this.
Only 4 payments of $25.99.
We did have one that I think I had done before, but if you have answers for it, we can answer it, which was, Garth Mall, what's the most intentionally toxic thing you've ever done, and would you do it again?
My aunt was being anti-vax on Facebook, and I put her on blast. That was pretty fun.
Do you want us to clap for you or something right now?
I'm answering the fucking question, you asshole. Jesus Christ.
Good for you for sticking it to your aunt who just wants to decide her own health. Fuck you.
Most intentionally toxic thing that I do is deciding to ruin Tay's whole day when she gives a slightly off-kilter take on something.
Yeah, 100%. And would I do it
And
again?
I know I do not regret it. Yes, every day, multiple
I'll
times,
continue.
every week for the last 7 years.
And it honestly, it feels so good. You wouldn't believe it.
I can't get hard unless I do it.
You would not believe, like, if you're ever just having like a day where you're just like, I'm just kind of bored. Just die on a hill you don't even believe in front of Tay. And just see how much fun
Taking
it
a
is.
flag.
Just stake a flag down. It's so fucking fun. There's nothing like it. And last but not least, what do you want for the next McDonald's celebrity meal? And what's in it?
I have 2 here. First, I want more accurate quote-unquote athlete meals, like when the Olympics rolls around, that have like 6,000 calories in them.
You want like just grilled chicken and rice McDonald's meal?
No. Because like, wasn't
No,
there a
calorie
promotion they
count.
did? Wasn't there a promotion that they did where they were like, "This is what Michael Phelps eat when he comes to McDonald's," and it was just like a normal ass meal? No, I want one that's like 4 quarter pounders with cheese, 3 McChickens, 4
Yeah,
large
bulking
fry.
season type eats.
Yeah.
That's fucking good. Is there a Happy Meals toy with it, or is it just like a dumbbell that they give you? Go work
a little
out,
bit
you
of-
dumb motherfucker.
The steroid needle.
Yeah, they give you the juice with it. And it's like, it doesn't matter what you eat if you're juicing. Just go for it.
My other answer is I want a McDonald's celebrity meals for the presidential candidates because that's more of a judge of their character than any debate they could possibly have.
Like, if a fucking
good one.
presidential candidate is like, my presidential meal, the Joe Biden meal, is a filet of fish, I'm not voting for you, dog. Not a fucking shot
damages
in
their
hell.
character so much. It's unreal.
That's a rough one. Yeah.
But
that's a
also,
rough
I
one
can't
for
take
sure.
I can't take someone who's like on in the inverse side. Like, I think I'd have to vote third party if Ron Paul came in and he was like, I get a quarter pounder deluxe with cheese. I'm like, thank you. Finally, a real adult. Because like, if
That's a stand-up U.S. citizen.
if you got Joe Biden who's got the Filet-O-Fish meal, but then you have like Donald Trump who's got like a nuggets meal, like a 20-piece nuggets, I also can't take that seriously. That's not a real meal.
Right.
That's for a child.
Does dipping sauce play into it at all? Like if he was like, yeah, I get a 20-piece nugget and then I get sweet and sour, like does that change? Or like versus ketchup, like does that change anything?
I'm still not voting because he only got the 20-piece nugget, but the sweet and sour does make me think that he's real as hell. You know, like that's
Yeah,
it's a superior sauce.
sure. It's pretty good. I picked the dog from Beethoven.
Okay.
And his
The
meal
dog
would be
the meal, or
no, the dog's that's the celebrity. It's the dog from Beethoven, the Beethoven
Yeah.
films.
Beethoven. Yeah.
okay.
From
The titular Beethoven.
The titular, yeah.
Could you describe this meal for me?
It'd be messy. I'll tell you what, gang. It's blended up burgers and chicken nuggets slopped into a bowl with a little bit of every sauce. It's really hard to look at, not easy to stomach, terrible to smell for sure.
And whoever is driving
That's what the
is
dog from Beethoven would get.
miserable with it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Windows are down. Let me tell you.
Damn, wish we would have done mine first then or something, because this is, for the last question, this is going to put, sorry for fans of, really going to put you in a dour mood here. I have the Anthony Bourdain meal. It's a cigarette, sweet and sour dipping sauce, and a rope.
Fucking Tyler.
They're
Damn.
bringing like, you know, like high class chefs to the McDonald's meals, and they're
Yeah,
starting with
I
the
like
Anthony
that.
Bourdain meal.
Yeah.
Don't
if
worry,
you
we'll do the
order a
Guy
drink
Fieri
with it,
one.
They're giving it to you in a deli container.
Is the cigarette pre-lit at least?
It's been ashed a little bit already. Like
Yeah.
it was previously smoked. Someone put it out, and then you got to like redo it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still think people who are like, no, I loved Anthony Bourdain, I still think they're lying. Like, there's no way you were watching Parts Unknown that much. Get over it.
It's got weird.
Yeah, that's a fucking strange one to end on. We do have one more. You said that was the last one, but we do have one more.
Is there one more?
Yeah, you just texted it the other day.
You sent it. Yeah.
Oh, here. I'm going to do that after I do this. Okay.
Okay.
For the final time. Swing. Hello and welcome back to Sword Watch, our dedicated
yes.
deviant detail devoted to bringing awareness to the dangers of life without swords. For the very last time, let's run this the fuck back. Jihadi rapper is caught on CCTV discussing sword attack plans and rapping with his brother.
Holy shit!
Wow.
You just
That's a lot.
can't
Wow.
that headline. An alleged
No.
jihadist rapper was caught on CCTV at a takeaway restaurant during lockdown discussing sword attack plans with his brother. The man, 27, allegedly bought a gladiator-style sword, a combat vest, 2 balaclavas, fingerless gloves, and a military hat as part of his plot, jurors heard.
Sorry, say the hat part again. I was laughing at the fingerless gloves.
Yeah, he bought 2 balaclavas, fingerless gloves, and a military hat as part of his plot.
Fuck yeah.
What? I feel like that didn't need to be part of a military plot. I feel like
No, he just bought the gloves because they were so fucking stylish. He loved
also,
that shit.
If you're trying to do like a criminal thing, why would you buy fingerless gloves? Because like the fingertip is the most important part to conceal.
Well, that also, but you order fingerless gloves off Amazon, you have a dedicated FBI agent watching you for the next 2 months.
You're just on a list instantaneously.
Instantly.
Yep.
That is an instant way to get, like, they watched the sword go by and they're like, anyone could have bought that. Fingerless gloves?
Dangerous individual.
Absolutely fucking diabolically evil. The rap fan from Dagenham, East London, had also allegedly researched foreign embassies in London, including the US, Israeli, Indian, Russian, and Saudi consulates. His older brother from South Norwood, London, is accused of failing to inform police of his brother's plans after the pair were caught on CCTV where prosecutors say they were browsing swords on an iPad.
Huh. Openly, huh? You don't keep
I
that
guess
private?
Damn.
The one thing we've never thought about with Swordwatch is that, like, you've got to shop around for it, right? Like, there's probably, like, comparing,
that's
like,
true.
like, oh, what kind of sword do I really want to do here?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be reading reviews and stuff.
That becomes like an integral part of whatever thing you plan on doing with it, is that the sword becomes intertwined with that story. So you want it to be a cool one.
And it's just like, you know, like, it's like the whole, like, the Harry Potter shit, like, wand chooses the wizard. You don't choose the sword. The sword chooses you. And I'm so glad that this was a gladiator one. Not even a katana. Mm-hmm. Bro got a gladiator sword.
I do respect that. But my brain did get pretty stuck when you said he's from Dagenham. Is that correct?
Yeah.
London. And it's just like, British people just don't have it for rap, because like American rappers, or like they can be like, yo, shout out to the ATL, or like do an area code or something. But in they're just like, oi, big ups to Dagenham, yeah?
Watch this, check this out. I'm from Dagenham. You're about to be spit with hot fire bars. Tally ho then. Like, what? Your brother is from South Norwood. Ah, yes, my brother. South Norwood represent. London town, London town.
Born and raised.
Born and raised, Robin Hood. But they don't even have guns. They can't even throw in like a sound before the song starts. They have like a little bow and arrow, like thwip, right? Like, that's right. I'll run up on my ops. Watch out, ops. You'll catch an arrow in the heart. That's it.
Nearly nicked me on that one.
On July 1st, the pair entered Bim's fast food restaurant on Ilford Lane, East London.
Oh, you want to go Bim's?
Bim's? Oh, okay, a Bim's, plot me old sword attack. As they walked into the restaurant at 8:09 p.m., our suspect could be seen taking out his iPad. Between 8:20 and 8:22, he appeared to be standing behind a screen at the back of the restaurant using the device. Data later retrieved by police showed that at 8:22, the iPad had been used to search for a sword forum where there were reviews of the sword he had bought.
See, this is why I'm glad we live in America, because, like, that's just a Tuesday for us. Going into a Mickey D's on an iPad looking at swords with your best bro.
You can't be a terrorist if you're looking at sword forums. You're a huge dork. You're just a huge dork.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta have a deep knowledge. Like, oh, my father, my pops was a blacksmith. Taught me everything he knows about smithing.
Also a blacksmith.
But reading a forum like, hey guys, just wondering if this sword is good at killing people in a potential terrorist attack. Just wondering what you guys think, maybe.
Edit.
Huge
Wow,
dork.
thanks for all the updoots.
Oh my God. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Me, 25, male, searching for sword, at least 36 inches long. Between 11:49 p.m. and 12:42 a.m., bro is still at the restaurant. It's been 3.5 hours. Go
It's a
home.
long time.
Just looking at swords.
Between 11:49 and 12:42 a.m., the pair used the internet to search for a series of ISIS and Al-Qaeda videos. The Crown say that he continued his searches early into the next morning between 1:57 and 3:26 a.m. There's no bigger dork activity.
It's crazy that we all live in a generation where we have to be watching something while we eat.
Hey, they just caught him on a bad day. He wasn't actually going to do anything until the jury were also, honestly, if this was me in a jury and they presented this as evidence, I'd say, just give me the chair. I don't care if we're in a state where the death penalty is illegal. Just give me the chair. Because the jury was played voice memos of the suspect sending his brother him rapping.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Just
No
end
matter-
it, dude.
No matter what way the wind blows, I will always be down with my bros. I will always be ready to eliminate their foes. Yeah.
Are there public excerpts from this that we have access to?
Where the jury is just like, not proper mint, gov. The rhyme flow, it was just not there.
The flow was just not there.
Flow atrocious.
Not the lux, mate. Not the lux.
No.
He's no little beans on toast.
Little beans on toast. Now that's a proper rapper. Less than a half hour later, he used Amazon to buy 2 balaclavas, a combat hat, the pair of fingerless gloves, costing 40 pounds from his benefits payments. Bro is broke as hell. He paid for that with government benefits, bro. They track where that money goes, you fucking idiot. Are you stupid? Yeah, I know you're stupid. You're a rapping terrorist, but that's hilarious.
The government should provide fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
They should.
So did these items even get to him, or did he order them and they never came in the mail because he got arrested?
Well, he did
too
send
soon?
pictures of himself with it. So they arrived, and he thought he looked really cool because 2 days later, he posed in the hat and balaclava in a series of 3 short videos he sent to his brother, in the first at 1:56, rapping, "Bad man hat, that's hard still, and I can wear it on the road too, because everyone's doing this face mask thing. You looking at me? You looking at me? Boom."
Fuck, that's the most British shit I've ever heard.
Hey, real quick, what was the timeline on that?
That
At
was
the very
at
beginning of that sentence?
1:56 p.m.
No. You said 2 days later he posted pictures.
Yeah, he got Prime shipping
Motherfucker's
on
got
that.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah. He got Prime shipping.
Yep.
He's on benefits, but he still pays for Prime.
Still pays for fucking Prime. That's hilarious. At 7 a.m. the next morning, he sent his brother another image of himself in the hat and gloves and mask with another rap, "Strike fear in fakes. There's an epidemic, so I say. No face, no case. Women clutch their purse like, who's this nutcase?"
Oof.
That one's pretty good. I'll give him that one. Nah, that
Weirdly
was
enough-
hard, mate.
How much do you think this sword cost?
Well, he's on benefits, so
350 pounds.
How many quid?
45 pounds.
57 quid. That seems really cheap.
That's a cheap sword.
That is extraordinarily
57? No wonder he didn't go through with a terrorist attack. That was plastic. That was a Nerf sword, dog.
Yeah.
At 1:44 that day, prosecutors said he bought the gladiator short sword, but the payment was denied after he failed an identity check, forced him to admit that he was using a false name. After which, a fourth and final video appeared at 4:37 p.m., in which he's in the hat and the gloves and the mask, in which his final rap for us is, "Man, I shoot up a crowd because I'm a night stalker. Got my shank, my guns, straight ISIS supporter."
Holy
Oh,
shit!
mate, that's hard,
That's
that's
a
hard.
hard-ass bar.
Hard ass bar to go to jail for, to admit in rap, "Yeah, Gov, I'm an ISIS supporter. I fucking love ISIS."
Holy shit!
If there was ever a subject matter, I'd be like, maybe we don't rap and admit how much we love said thing. ISIS is probably at the top of the list.
It's probably the pinnacle.
Art is supposed to challenge us. Let's keep an open mind.
During the 3 months before his arrest, it is claimed that he made 110 searches to try to contact the Islamic State.
How to contact Islamic State.
ISIS phone number.
Bro was absolutely a straight ISIS supporter. That was Swordwatch, our dedicated deviant detail. We're devoted to bringing awareness to the dangers of life without sword. Make sure you got one, because I don't even know what to say for this one.
Life's odd out there, mate.
Life is odd.
If you don't have one, people are going to play your bad raps in front of a jury, and it's going to be
That's going to be a bummer for everybody.
really fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
All right. We're winding down. It's time to throw a little boop, boop, eulogy on this podcast here.
Okay.
So, what we've got here is I've got one final question and then one final thing I want you to participate in with me.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Which is, what do you want to be known for? For when people go back in time, they'll like check back on you. Like if you became like the president, or if you did a murder homicide, like a murder suicide in the future, like something people are going to be like, what's this person's deal? And then they go back to the podcast, and then the podcast blows up because of something you did in the future. What's that thing you did?
So I think being
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Can you take your headphones off for a second, Tay? All right, Tyler, I want to be known as the guy who rolled his eyes real hard when Tay used this question to disregard all facade of comedy and make it into a statement to make her look good online.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you have that one.
Okay.
You're good, Tay.
All right, I'm back. I want to go viral on like a local news clip, and then just because I said some brain dead shit, and then when people go like, "Oh, I wonder what this person did in their life," and they see the podcast and they just go, "Oh yeah, that tracks." They said this insane batshit thing on local news.
Tori, you were dead
proud of
wrong.
you.
Tori thought you were going to be
dead
like,
wrong.
so when people see that I said murder was wrong, that they can go back and like see that. I've always thought.
I had a feeling that if I said something anywhere in the vein of that, I would get raked over the coals. So I sat there for like an hour trying to figure out what this answer
You're
would
like,
be.
being known for giving money to homeless people. No, it can't be that.
No, I can't do that.
I helped too many children learn to read. No, it can't be that.
No, I want to be on like a local news clip saying some unhinged shit like, yeah, that's why you always have to carry a sword. And that goes mega viral out of nowhere. And people are like, I wonder why this person said that. And then they find the podcast and go, oh, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's right on board with that, because what I want is someone like capturing a phone footage of me having an extremely long series of like comically bad things happen that just narrowly avoid disaster. Like I'm trying to strap on roller skates and then, oh, whoopsie, as I'm putting it on, I start rolling down the hill accidentally, but I like limbo right under people carrying a pane of glass and like a car comes, but I just happen to flip myself at the right moment. And it's just narrowly avoiding these in a cartoonish fashion. And it goes on for like 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
And by the end, I'm fine and I didn't even try.
Like a Charlie Chaplin kind of the tramp thingy going on. Like
100%.
Okay, that's fun. That's really fun. What I want to be known for, where people go back and visit this podcast, is I want to be the dude who was on an episode of What Would You Do that went so badly, like, and so viral. Like, it went so fucking piss poor that everyone, like, looks me up as the villain of the week online, like, to try and find me and be like, this guy's a piece of shit. He fucking sucks. What a fucking, like, that, like, clearly there was a table that should have been seated before him, and he didn't even stand up for it. Like, there was like a very obvious episode of, like, What Would You Do, where it was something like, a waiter says, like, clearly within earshot of me, like, I'm not serving you because you're a gay couple. And then the server walks away and the couple's like, can you believe he said that to us? And I'm like, have you guys tried the cheese curds here? Are they like good or are they like too like battered or something? And they're like,
They catch you pulling out your notes app to write it down for your podcast.
if only someone was here to stick up for us. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I want to be like someone that's people are so pissed off at that it was such an easy episode of What Would You Do that I just biffed. And then they're like, I gotta find this guy. And then they go find the podcast and then they learn everything about me in the podcast episodes. And they're like, this actually completely fucking tracks. Wow.
This exonerates him
Yup.
100%.
This should have been expected. This, honestly, there was never a reality in which he was gonna do the right thing.
This didn't come out of nowhere.
And to finally cap off the podcast here, our final farewell, I figured we would write a eulogy in the form of a very short Mad Lib.
Oh boy.
Okie dokie.
All right. These ones are so quick because I don't want to take up people's times. This is a long ass episode, people. You can both work together on both of these. This is the first one.
Perfect.
Give me a mood.
Exacerbated.
I like that one.
Hey Siri, how do I spell exacerbated?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh wow, Siri heard me. Oh, thank you, Siri. Give me a weather condition.
Foggy.
Balmy.
Oh. Let's do balmy.
Balmy. Give me a place. Any place.
Tucson.
Tucson, Arizona.
An adjective.
Stinky.
We can do better.
Okay.
Damp.
Damp.
Damp is good. I like damp.
I like damp. Give me a profession.
Esports professional.
I'm going to veto that one because I want something different. other than
Chiropractor.
Okay. Give me a descriptive verb like an activity.
Gooning.
Oh, fuck. I hate the smirk. I hate the smirk.
Give me a cause of death that isn't gooning.
Gooning.
Fuck it. Fine. Fuck it. We'll do gooning.
Yep.
Give me a noun thing.
Goldfish.
Give me a different noun thing.
Belt.
Give me a catchphrase.
I'll force you.
I'll force it.
Fucking A. All right. And give me a word that starts with T.
Teeth. I don't feel confident about that one.
Yeah.
Tantalizing.
Treacherous.
Tumultuous. Turd
Tiramisu.
burger.
Tucson.
Fuck it. I like Tucson.
God damn it.
All right. That's the end of the first one.
Okay.
We're going to start the second one right now. So you don't have any
Okay,
clue of
well.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Give me three
Great.
famous people. Rapid fire.
Neil Armstrong.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Shania Twain.
So we did 2 dead, 1 alive.
Do you want them to all be? Oh, no. Gilbert Gottfried's dead. R.I.P. to the king.
To the king.
Give me a cause of death. Not gooning.
Beheading.
Give me a website.
That-
Wikipedia.
Give me a funnier website.
Lemon party.
God, Lemon Party just seems so dark for this, but I'll go for it. Give me a fandom.
Bronies?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an occupation again.
Brony?
A real
Park ranger.
occupation.
Oh, I like park ranger.
Give me a YouTube video title. Give me like a YouTube-y video title that you just come up with.
I paid 6 homeless people to fight for my amusement. Not clickbait.
All right. And give me a YouTuber.
The Game Grumps.
Oh, no.
Ooh, let's go, baby.
And give me an adjective.
Hairy.
Spunky.
Spunky.
All right. Oh boy, Danny and Arnold are not going to like this one. Tori's eulogy. An exacerbated kind of day. The gentle, balmy weather sets the scene for this burial in Tucson, Arizona. Here, a damp man is set to rest. Some may know him as chiropractor Tori, but most know him as YouTuber. He lived doing what he loved, gooning. He died doing what he loved, gooning. Everyone, please raise your belts and say his signature sign-off with me. I'll force ya.
Oh, God.
Here lies Tori. Sweet Tucson Tori.
Oh, fuck.
Tay's eulogy.
God.
Neil Armstrong, Gilbert Gottfried, and Shania Twain look on from over the balcony. They had friends in high places, but no one thought it would end like this. Beheading and uploaded to Lemon Party, of all places. She had gained quite the reputation in the Bronies forums, but it seems a senseless tragedy that they would strike her so ruthlessly. Her front job was park ranger, but really, she was the YouTube algorithm, always watching. She was there when Ray William Johnson uploaded his famous comeback video, I paid 6 homeless people to fight for my amusement, not clickbait. And she was the one who predicted Epic Mealtime would reunite one final time to eat the Game Grumps.
Oh.
She let it all happen. Funky old Tay. And with that, we
beautiful.
have successfully eulogized this podcast. I don't know what to do for an outro.
I mean, that's kind of it, right? We're done. Because I can't. I mean, you can like and favorite, comment, and review if you wanted to. We're not really trying to beat an algorithm anymore.
We're not really. We're kind of getting out of the game.
Yeah.
There's not really.
But hey, we'd appreciate your support over time. You know, just go back to an old episode, put a comment in there. We won't see it, but you know.
Well, Tori will see
Go
it.
back, relive some of the good ones. I will see all of them. So please be nice. I am hanging by a thread. So please don't break me. Look, if you feel the urge, go back, listen to one of the good episodes. Go back, through. We have hundreds of videos across the channel, so there's plenty of us out there.
We've now reached the point of the episode where you can say final baseless claim. Anything hampering on you? Anything really weighing you down? Because it's kind of speak now or forever hold your peace. This is your last baseless claim. And you can't get canceled because we're not doing it anymore.
Oh.
What are they going to do? Stop your podcast? You're done. My final baseless claim is I think our audience might be in a cult. Please take a listen to this.
Hey guys, this is the one and only Proppin.
Hi, this is Sultan Ninja.
Hello, friends. It is the Crazy Cooter.
Hi, it's Coyote T.
Hello, this is Omnic.
Hey, this is Garth Maul.
Hey, this is Evil's twin sister.
Hi, Saint of Cannibalism here.
Hey guys, Spirit here.
Hey gang, this is Little Jumper, and I have a question for you.
Before the show ends, I've got one final question for everyone.
Just a little question on your last episode of Baseless Claims.
My question is...
My question for Baseless Claims is...
My question for Baseless Claims is...
My question for Baseless Claims is... What do you think would happen if you die in a restaurant?
What happens when you die in a restaurant?
What happens if you die in a restaurant?
What happens when you die in a restaurant?
what happens if you die in a restaurant?
What is the etiquette when seeing or experiencing swatting?
What happens when you die in a restaurant?
What happens if you die in a restaurant?
Because I've always assumed that after the waiter determines you've died, they take you to the kitchen and bring you back out in a styrofoam coffin carried by all the birthday singers for your friends to take home. And then, like, anybody in the restaurant that ordered the same entree as you gets free dessert on their next visit. Anyway, drink water and best of luck to all of you.
For me, I think it varies. If you die in an Applebee's, I've heard both the apple and the bee bring out dollar margs for everybody at the table. They also bring out gift cards, but the gift cards only work on Fiesta lime chicken and mozzarella sticks. Fuddruckers gets pretty crazy. I've heard the cook will lick your foot before your body gets cold. So, if somebody want to let me know how that goes, I would appreciate it.
Well, it depends on the cause of death. I'd say murder. So, when the police arrive, it'll be locked down, it'll be a crime scene. And as soon as the coroner arrives, I think everyone will just start digging in. I got such a hot body that everyone's gonna start eating me. I think I would just go on the menu as a Sunday special. I mean, everyone's just gonna start eating me together. One big feast on this hot bod.
I think if you die in a restaurant, like, you become part of the restaurant's lore. Like, the Hall of Fame for that restaurant. They have to put a picture of you up on the wall, like you're somebody that did the Hot Wings challenge. And if you get resuscitated in a restaurant, you should be legally required to work there for the rest of your life.
I've been thinking about it, and I think it depends on the type of restaurant you die in. Like a Taco Bell. They just take your body to the back and ground you up, and you end up in the next Crunchwrap Supreme. But a nicer, fancier place, the ones that serve actual beef, they just feed you to the cows they have in the back. That's how they get the meat to taste so good. Anyway, what do you guys think?
When you die in a restaurant, my baseless claim is that you legally get to have your funeral hosted by whatever restaurant you died at.
I think they'll use your body as a prop in their advertising. Like, come on down to your local Clovers where the Butterburgers are to die for, with your body and the ambulance in the background.
Personally, I think if you die in a restaurant, you get to go straight to heaven. Fast pass to the big guy upstairs. Everybody knows that the saying, an angel earned their wings, just means that you died in a restaurant, eating wings.
Personally, I think the manager would come out and Ghostbusters your ass, because you ain't leaving until you pay that bill, because you ain't getting off that easily.
If I'm swatted myself, do I offer them tea? Anyway, Saint out. Got a fucking bear in my yard?
So my final podcast topic for all of you to answer is, describe what your ideal restaurant-hosted funeral would be like.
and then just
You can't let people know for sure that something, can you?
no.
You like to keep them guessing.
I just think it's really fucking funny. Oh, you're still here. The podcast is over. Go home.
What are you doing?
Beat it, kid.
The music stopped. The music stopped and the thing is over. Look at the timeline.
The outro music played.
Scram. We're out of jokes.
We're done. We said it. The goof well is dried up. Go on with your life.
Is it just me, or is it like kind of cringe that they're still here?
Usually I don't like to like point fingers and yell cringe, but like, yeah,
it's kind of embarrassing at this point. Like,
didn't have anything better to do, huh? Did you and your mom finish your 1,000-piece puzzle already? All right.
Maybe they'll announce some new project at the end of the show. No, dude, there's nothing.
Maybe there'll be like a teaser, like in a Marvel movie. Oh, I love those. Maybe they'll tease something
You're
like
a
that.
Marvel movie kid. You thought there'd be a post-credit scene.
No.
Let's cut to the chase. Jokes are a finite resource. We can't fill the tank. We used them all up.
Well, they're a finite resource that we're specifically hoarding, so when inflation happens again, when jokeflation happens, then we can sell our goofs for much, much higher than they're worth.
But we're all out, so if the government asks, we're all out.
Yeah. If the IRS rolls around, we're all out.
I bury my goofs in my backyard.
Oh, you hear that? I think your oven just went off. Is that your pizza rolls? Are they done? Huh? Is your dinner done? Your pizza rolls? How many you got in there? 32? That's a lot of pizza rolls. Hope you weren't planning on eating all those yourself.
Ugh. Hanging out this long, I can just picture your Cheeto fingers.
Oh, God. Oh, is half a bottle of ranch enough for you? Jesus.
You check the expiration date on that? Actually, you know what? Don't check the expiration date on that. You just live your life as you were.
Live a little.
You look like you eat mayonnaisers.